Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Marty Plum, and I am your host of a Pen and a Napkin podcast. Welcome to this week's 2-minute drill. And this week, we're not going to break down a specific drill as much as we're going to talk about what to do in one of the toughest situations that you deal with as a coach, which is when you're scrimmaging, either half court or full court with your 5-on-5, and you have a group of players that are not participating in the 5-on-5, what do you do with those players on the side? One of the worst things that you can do is consistently have your players just standing there and watching. That's when mental focus starts to lapse and concentration starts to fall apart, and then you bring them back in, they're not ready to play, so forth and so on. So what are some things that you can do to keep your kids active during these 5-on-5 scenarios when they're not involved with it? So, 3 major things here that we start out with. Number 1, free throws. If you can get your kids say, hey, you got to make 4 free throws before we put you back in the scrimmage here. You got to make 6 free throws before you get back into the scrimmage. Whatever it may be, you got to make 4 free throws in a row before you get back into the scrimmage. Something simple like that, so that they're concentrating, they knock them down. As soon as they get those free throws done, you get them back in. Ball handling. Ball handling is critical. That's a great time where you can have kids work on 2-ball dribbling, flips, flops, ups and downs, whatever it may be, and they're working on that on the side. Especially if you don't have a lot of room on your sidelines, that's a great opportunity to do some ball handling. Finishing around the basket, taking the ball in. Again, if you don't have a lot of room around your side hoops like we have in our smaller gym, that's a great opportunity to work on layups and finishing and putting the ball in the basket, maybe getting a coach out with a football pad or something like that. Another thing we like to do, especially when we're in our competition gym and we've got 2 full courts, is we'll take, instead of going on the main court 5-on-5, we'll take one of the side courts and go 5-on-5, and then we'll set up our Dr. Dish down here to get our players' shots up while they're waiting. And you go, hey, we're going to shoot for 5 minutes, and then you guys are jumping back into the scrimmage. Or you're shooting for 3 minutes, and you're jumping back into the scrimmage here. And we have a coach that mans this right here. So these are some ideas that you can use to help you keep your kids going and getting better while you're scrimmaging 5-on-5.